especially coming back, has been a big storyline. And of course, all of the little things on the side for TNT. But it was never always going to be them favored all the way. They had to go through some troubles and they had to knock down the biggest teams possible to make it to the championship.
And they had to go through all three SMC groups. Ginebra in the quarterfinals, San Miguel Beer in the semis, and of course, Magnolia Hotshots, who were also an outstanding team. I mean, the final tally of the Philippine Cup finals might not have, looked good for Magnolia, but there is no question that they were a great team. You just have to go back to how Coach Chot got back into coaching here in the Philippines and just brought a different flavor for the TNT Tropang Giga. With our conversations with him, he was saying na yung pieza talaga was always there for TNT. You had the pieces there. They just needed the other players, the complementary players who would help them out. And they had smart signings. I mean, Glenn Cobuntin, you have Brian Neruela, you have Dave Marcelo, all of them playing crucial factors in the finals, and they got them for free basically because they were signed as free agents. So it was all about building it from day one. When he committed to be the head coach of the TNT Tropang Liga, he wanted to mold that team into a champion, and that's exactly what he did.
Absolutely. Target on the back again of TNT, again trying to end this particular PBA season with another championship. So let's see how far they can go this time. But moving on, Gilas Pilipinas came back to action here in 2021 as well. Carlo, you were very close to what was happening. In fact, we were in the bubble. All of us very jealous that you got to see them live and be in front of them. How was that experience, and can you talk a bit about that key matchup against Korea in the end?
There were a lot of questions for Gilas Pilipinas men heading into the final window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers because they knew they put in a lot of good work. They knew that they were gelling as a team, but without a single tune-up game against anyone. Kahit sino, walang nakalaban yung Gilas Pilipinas men in their preparation. So, even though they were confident, they did not exactly know how it will translate to the court. And we all know what happened in the first half. Tinambakan agad tayo ng Korea. We were not performing well. If you can see the score, it was about a 16 and 18 point lead in the first half. But the younger players chipped away at it, kept at it, and in the end, they gave themselves a shot to win.
Yeah.
And that was a glorious moment when SJ Belangel hit that shot. And I think, all of the very few people who were inside the AOF gym will never forget what they felt when they saw that three-point shot bank in.
Absolutely. That was an incredible moment. It's been replayed over and over again ad nauseum, either on the FIBA social media pages or even here on One Sports, One News, and on all of our channels. Pero, Jett, we now move on to yung women's especially. They also made some noise. Had a bit of a tough time in the Asia Cup, but then they won the game they needed to win against India.
I mean, that was the last game of their tournament there, and it was a must-win in a sense because they needed to win to stay in that Class A classification. I mean, they've been doing it for the past 2 times, I think, that they've been on that stage, and to win that and to keep that classification is already a huge thing. Our women's basketball program is already considered as one of the best in the world because of that classification and that win. But moving forward from what they won, that one win, to how they won it. I mean, it just showed so much heart. I think that's really what got me and why we had to make it one of the best basketball moments for 2021. These girls, these ladies that competed for the country showed heart despite all the beatings that they went through leading up to that game, and that last and final game just showed what a true Filipino heart is.
To quote our analyst here, Bea Diaz Fabros, the future is bright with women's basketball in the Philippines, and that just goes to show all of that. Carlo, we move on to our last moment here, and that is the launch of the PBA 3x3 Lakas ng Tatlo. Not only is that a new avenue for work for the players that couldn't crack the rosters on 5-on-5, but then also showing everyone that there's a professional route also with 3x3. And of course, mas maraming trabaho para sa atin eh. Importante din yun, Carlo.
Pwede natin singit yun.
Pao, it's just a good partnership between the PBA and the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas because the only way that we will get better in 3x3 is to play a lot more 3x3, and that's exactly what is transpiring. No, nakikita natin it has translated on the court. A lot of the players have invested and have believed that they could be 3x3 players. Some of them, of course, will be looking to get back into a 5-on-5 team. get back to the full court game and maybe get signed by one of the teams in the PBA. But there are players na kaya na nating i-pinpoint that could be really good in 3x3, and that is why PBA 3x3 is important and has been successful so far.
Absolutely. I heard that Jett Manuel should have been part of that 3x3 circuit. Pero
I'm
ayaw
okay.
daw niya eh.
I'm launching phones now. So I'm okay with staying here with you guys and launching phones. But that's a great point, though. I mean, I just want to say, as a fan, I've been hearing so many good things, from other casual fans that have never seen 3x3. They enjoy the game, they enjoy the energy, they enjoy everything about it. So, great moment also. For
Absolutely. And you know what, guys? Thank you very much.